Hey guys, so we are going to be doing another Stuffie. This time it's the Cutie Vampire Pumpkin in the 5x7. And like all of the Stuffies, you're going to start with some medium weight cutaway. And you're going to run color stop 1, the die line. We'll be back in just a second. Okay, so once you get your die line down, can you see my die line? There you go. You're gonna float a piece of 6x8 felt or fabric over your die line, making sure you're covering it entirely. Okay, and then you're gonna run color stops 2, 3, 4, and 5. 2, 3, 4, and 5. We'll be back for number 6 in just a minute. All right, so here we are. We have already stitched out almost all of our pumpkin. We've got 1 color stop left. All we are going to do is float 1 more piece of felt right on top. We're going to do the tack together stitch, then we'll be back to cut and turn. Back in just a minute. And here we are, all stitched out. Okay, so the first thing we are going to do is we are going to pop this guy out of his hoop, and we are going to grab a pair of handy dandy scissors. We want to make sure, I did not leave myself a lot of turny room, did I? We want to make sure that we leave ourselves a turny flap. And that's smaller than I usually like, but I will live. Now we are going to cut the whole thing out. This is a single hoop. It should go super quick, fast. And cut the whole thing out. You want to keep about 1/8 to maybe 1/4 of an inch away from your stitch line. Make sure you don't snip your stitches. That would be bad. Da-da-da-da-da. We are going to, any place that we have a really big jutty in, we're going to go ahead and trim that with a V-cut so that it eases around those inner corners. Da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da. And now we are going to turn this bad boy. Now, I am going to let you know that that stem is probably going to be less than fun. So we are going to put something up in here so that we can get a good grip there, and we're going to push against it to try and get this stem to start turning inside out. And that's not gonna work. Well, then we may have to put our finger in there. People who do lots of stuffies can turn these better than me. I do not do lots of stuffies. I do not turn very well. But if I can do it, you can do it. Ah, there we go. Come here. There we go. And now we are going to, I'm kind of stuffied out. This is 6 different stuffies in less than 9 days. I'm a little stuffied out. Erg, there we go. All right. Now, we have to roll our seams. Oh, my pumpkin topper is not stuffied all the way out. So let's get that turned the rest of the way. Little by little. This is not something you want to put a lot of force into, just steady pressure. See, there he goes. There he goes. All right. And again, we want to roll our seams, make sure all of our seams are pokeyed outied. All right, roll, 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 roll. Roll your boat. No, row your boat. Yeah. All right, now we grab some stuffing. And again, the amount of stuffing you want to stuff in your Stuffie is entirely up to you. I will tell you that you want to Stuffie up into his topper, that little horn up there, that stem first. And it's a little narrow, so you might need to use your tweezers to get your stuffing all the way up in there. Stuff, there we go. Get in there, there we go. And now we're just gonna stuff the rest of his body. How stuffied should you make your Stuffie? That's entirely up to you. You can have a full-bodied pumpkin. You can have a flatter pumpkin. It's entirely all the way up to you. I think I'm gonna Stuffie him fairly good. Make sure when you're stuffing, you get your stuff up top, you get your stuff down low, get your stuff all the way stuffed around. There we go. Now, we are going to grab some pens. And I am probably not going to stitch this guy on camera because we've got storms rolling in, but I tucked the back flap there. I'm gonna tuck the front flap there. I am going to pin here, and I want to get off camera fairly quickly because it's getting dark and ugly out there. So we are going to skip the grab needle and thread. You'll just whip stitch right through there, and we're going to pretend I did that, and then voila, vampire pumpkin. Peace.